Thanks for joining me. My name is Simon Scalzo. I'm the founder of Remitter, and I'm here today to talk you through a consumer-facing demo of our product. Now, Remitter, for those of you who don't know, we are a white-labelled mobile-first technology platform that enterprise businesses use to communicate to their customers when they forget to pay a bill. And it does that by sending actionable text messages and emails, and it's all driven by AI. The business started some time ago in Australia and grew quite rapidly throughout Australia, New Zealand, the US, and more recently, we're also in Canada. So what I'd like to do is walk you through the demo, and we're going to be a little bit different and interactive here. And we're going to see if we can get a demo on your cell phone as well as walking you through on the screen right now. So if you indulge me and take out your cell phone, I'll cast to you a number that you can text the word demo to walk through the demo as I walk through on screen. So you should hopefully see on the screen a cell number. And if you can, as I mentioned, grab your cell phone and text the word demo to that number, which is 844-969-1491. And what that should do is send a consumer-facing demo to your phone, which I'll walk you through as well on screen. Okay, hopefully you've now received the demo on your phone and you've clicked the link and it's come up to this screen. So every part of our solution is completely configurable and customizable, including those initial words you've received on that text message. So some of our more conservative customers prefer to use words like, this relates to your account, please click here for further details. You'll never see Remitter anywhere in our product. We are completely white labeled, other than here in the link, and that's because we are in a demo environment. So when you've clicked the link and you've come to this screen, you'll notice that you haven't had to download an app, you haven't had to log in through a customer portal and remember a customer ID and a password associated with that. All our solution is about making it very frictionless and seamless for the customer. So let's take you through the journey of Pay Now. So if you click on Pay Now, you'll see that you're presented straight away with a payment screen. And if you click into that field and you've used your card before, you can select from cards you've used historically to pre-populate that. If it doesn't pre-populate because you haven't used your card, what you can do is scan your card as well. So it makes it very quick and easy and frictionless for the consumer, literally 2 clicks to pay. You'll see that there's an array of different payment types, credit card, debit card. We obviously do ACH. And again, this is also configurable. So where it doesn't make sense to use credit card, that won't be shown as a payment type. If you click on the 3 blue lines at the top left-hand side, it's going to bring up this menu here for you. So if you click on Overview, it'll take you back to the main screen. And now what I'd like to do is take you through creating a payment plan. This is perhaps used more so for later stage missed payments, and perhaps where the consumer hasn't paid because they can't afford to. So what we're doing here is empowering the consumer to set up an arrangement that works for them. You'll see that there's a little blue dot that you can toggle left and right to select an amount that works, and select installment periods that work as well. So weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly. Again, this is completely configurable to what makes sense. You'll see that here you can select a start date as well, and what we find is that typically aligns with consumer's payday. So I can afford $70 a week and I get paid every Monday. So aligning that, that payment plan with what makes sense to the consumer. There's a lot of intelligence that drives this. So what's the minimum amount, what's the maximum term, and how that may differ based on the age of the debt. So if it's later stage, it may offer different types of installments, or it may differ for different cohorts of consumers. So some consumers that are perhaps have different propensities to pay, getting different types of payment arrangements being offered. If you click on the 3 blue lines and you go to Help, you'll see that in here there's functionality to connect directly to the call center. So this is perhaps where the consumers receive the message, but they'd like to talk to someone. So they can call now and connect directly with your call center. Or dispute resolution is an example of another button that may go to a different number or a different functionality. Again, is all configurable, can be there or not be there as part of your solution. Request a callback is again empowering the customer to select a time and a day that works for them, and we would automate that callback request with your call center. Guys, this is a very high-level overview of some of the functionality. There's a lot more that's offered based on different type of customers. So to give you an example of what some of those other functionalities are, we have along that communication journey, if there isn't engagement, we may offer partial payments. So as opposed to creating a payment plan where we're getting consumer to enter into installments, partial payments is just looking for a one-off payment. So it might be $50 or $100, for example. For later stage functionality, there might be a settlements function, so offering discounts for the consumer to pay or enter into arrangements. And there's also hardship provisions, as well as sometimes what we do have is other layers of verification for some of our more conservative customers. And we try and make that very streamlined as well. So it might be something like enter your year of birth as a 4-digit PIN or enter your zip code. All of our solution is driven by AI, and that really starts before the first message is even sent. What our solution does is profile each and every individual that we're communicating to and assess when is the best time, when's the optimum time and day to send that initial message to the consumer based on their profile. The words used may then change based on their profile. So if they're older, it might say, dear sir or madam. If they're younger, it might say, oh, hey, it looks like you missed a payment. Click here to catch up. When you click on the link and this opens on your cell phone, our solution finds out what the default language is set on your individual keyboard. So if that keyboard is set to Spanish or Mandarin or whatever it is, our solution will automatically translate all of the functionality into their native tongue. Then the final piece of the journey is the follow-up. So what happens when we communicate to a consumer and they don't pay? How do we best follow up? Well, our solution understands and tracks each individual's behavior, and based on that behavior works out what's the most appropriate way to follow up. So let's say someone's come in to pay now, they've clicked on the link and they've gone into this screen, but they haven't clicked any other buttons or gone any further. So our system will recognize that, okay, maybe they didn't know they could create a payment plan, and the follow-up might be, oh, hi, did you realize for as little as $50 a week, you can start paying this off? Click here to create a payment plan. That's a very high-level overview of our consumer-facing demo. I hope you like it. We've seen significant results once we're overlaid in a collection environment of up to 280% increases with significant ROIs. But most importantly, the feedback we get is the consumers are much more engaged because we're communicating to them in a brand and a medium that they want to, their mobile phone.